Peace. Today is Friday, November 9th, making today's math.
Born.
Born is to bring into existence. Born is to be complete. Make knowledge born on this day. Peace. All right, peace. Welcome back to the United Me and God cast. I'm Lord Jamar.
I'm Digger.
We got Rage, Alex, Harold in the house. So, I know something that was popular, that was on a lot of timelines, and, you know, I guess it's going to be a little bit old when we air this, but
we would not be the United Me and God cast
if we didn't talk about
if
shit,
we didn't
however
speak
we
it.
feel, and then it just, whatever. It's
and
just
I called you when it was happening, right?
So, yes, you called me, I guess, when this was going on, I guess last week or a few days ago, whatever the case may be, on Dr. Phil, there was a young black girl, you know, and obviously young, whatever you like to call.
Nothing biracial,
nothing original.
About it.
I say original, but people will say African American. They'll say black. I'm conflicted with those terms. So I like to say original, you know, because that's what we are as original. We are the original people of this earth. So that being said, she was an original sister who believed in her mind that she was white. Now, first of all, everybody is looking at this young girl and ridiculing her and talking shit about her and all of this. I mean, I think it needs to be put into context kind of too. Her mother, I believe, lied to her, told her that some white man was her father, was her biological father. This white guy was some fucking racist or some shit like that, like a white supremacist type of motherfucker. Okay. So I guess he fed this girl. Now, it's so funny when these like racist white dudes will still fuck with a black. They'll still fuck with a black woman.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like the slave master had plenty of fucking black women and all that. Like they'll have a subconscious, you know, real infatuation over the black woman, although they'll act like they hate all things black.
And that was the part of the story that I didn't get, because when I was in the house and I just hear my mother cussing at the television, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, what got you all up in arms? She's cussing this little girl out. And so I just turned on while it was on mid show. So I didn't get the backstory or
her mama's a bed wench.
How she arrived to this, to this mindset.
Her mama's a bed wench that lied to her from young age.
Okay.
The point being, the young girl has suffered through trauma.
Okay.
Okay.
See, I didn't get any of that.
Being lied to at a very young age is traumatic. Okay, and we all are suffering through trauma. But some of us react to it differently. And it depends on, what the trauma is that we suffered that will result in our behavior and all, help to shape our behavior and all that type of shit. So, yes. So, was it crazy? Did it look crazy? Abso-fucking-lutely.
She was talking crazy.
Like she was talking down on black people are criminal and da-da-da-da-da.
Look like animals.
And I move like a white person and blah, and I feel this in every fiber of my being, and my lips are and what she said, Kim Kardashian is a great role model. All of this delusional, crazy shit, right?
It was sounding so bad, I actually thought she was trolling at first.
Right.
I'm like, she's just doing this to get on TV. She gotta be. There's no way.
I don't think she's trolling. I believe that she's truly traumatized. She's truly suffering. Her trauma has caused her to be delusional. Okay? and delusions can be a form of mental illness, whatever you'd like to call it. But here's the thing. What makes her so crazy, but Caitlyn Jenner a hero? What makes someone who believes that they are a woman or a man when they are obviously not that? What makes that any different from the crazy shit that this young girl is talking? Hold up. The answer is nothing. The answer is nothing. And we're not going to pick and choose because media and society is going to tell us that one is okay and the other is not. This girl is crazy. Rachel Dolezal is crazy. And Caitlyn Jenner is crazy. And anyone that believes that there's something other than what they really are suffering from some sort of trauma that needs to be addressed, and they are obviously delusional. Now, what's even worse about this? We know that girl was bugging out, right? But now imagine you are now forced to go along with her delusional shit. Right. Meaning now we have to treat her as a white woman. We have to call her, she has to be afforded all the shit that white women get. Her credit score has to automatically go up. There's a lot of white women shit that we have to go along with this shit. See, I don't mind you believing you are whatever you are. That's cool. But why do I have to be forced in on the crazy shit? If you think you're a dog, why do I have to act like, yeah, he's a dog. Good boy. I'm just as crazy as you for doing that. Now, I know you're kind of looking at me because you don't like the way this turned.
But I just want to.
You don't like where this turned, but you can't fight it. So ask me. Seriously, what makes this any different from someone who believes that they're so-called transgender and all that nonsense? What makes her different from any of those people? And I'm not trying to bash anyone. I'm asking you, what makes it different? Nothing makes it different. That's the whole thing. And we get into very slippery slopes when we act, and I know you want to say something, Rage, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you say whatever you want to say. Just give me a second. But we go into very slippery slopes when we act like, well, this person says they were born this way. That's how they feel. We should let them do that. Well, how about the people that feel they were born as pedophiles? How about the people that feel they were born as murderers? Like, that's a bullshit excuse to try to basically just excuse somebody's behavior, somebody's abnormal behavior, okay? Because it's abnormal to be a murderer. It's abnormal to think that you're a woman when you're really a man. And it's abnormal to believe that you're white when you're really black. These are all abnormalities. And the problem is we live in a society where they're trying to make the abnormal normal. You've heard me say this before, and I'm going to keep saying it because that's what the fuck they're doing. They're trying to make abnormalities normal and normalities abnormal. We're on a slippery slope. We're at such a critical time right now. Y'all motherfuckers better wake up. What you want to say?
Yeah, I just wanted to add on to the crazy, even particularly taking the cue from how you saying we have to actually kind of like empower them in the madness. They're bandying about terms like fluid now. Now you don't have to be male or female. You could be gender fluid. So, you could be a male at 3 o'clock and then at 4 o'clock a female. You know what I mean? So now it's just getting into like crazier territory. I just wanted to add on.
I mean, you got to call a spade a spade. But like I said, a lot of abnormalities, a lot of these things come from trauma. Why did this white girl, I mean, I called her a white girl. Why did this original sister believe that she's white? From the traumas of lies, the trauma of there's a lot of shit that goes into
the real
that.
live Clayton Bigsby. Just
a lot of time. You know what I noticed? You ever see these like some of these lesbian girls where it's like they're pretty, but they're like on some like butch shit almost, and you could tell it's as a defense mechanism because there was some trauma in the past. Either somebody did something traumatic to them, maybe sexually assaulted them, or maybe they saw something traumatic happen to their mother or some sort of female in their life that made them say, you know what, this is never going to happen to me. I'm going to protect myself with this masculine image, so hopefully these men won't even want to fuck with me, or they'll feel like I'm strong enough to defend myself where they won't come at me.
Hey, nigga,
Damn.
what the fuck is you doing?
My fault. You said you wanted the towel, right?
Yeah.
Got your towel.
A lot of times I see some of I'm not saying all of them, some of them just want to, eat some pussy. But some of them are doing it as a defense mechanism as from trauma. And that's all I'm saying. And I feel for that. I don't hate none of these people, but we need to address the trauma.
You don't give me hate, but I think like what the problem is that, okay, people have their lifestyle, they live how they live, whether you agree with it or disagree with it is whatever. Me, I personally don't care how other people move to be that vested into it.
Why? But it affects everybody, so you should.
But I don't. Like, I just don't care who you lay with when we leave this Godcast. I don't care who you lay with. I just don't care.
So if he lays with an animal, you're okay with chilling with him?
Well,
wouldn't that say something about his character? Not saying that this good God-fearing man would ever do anything like that, but wouldn't that speak to what kind of person like if he lay with an animal, what else would he do? What else would you do? Like, to me, that speaks to his character. That speaks to his character. So I do care who the fuck he lays with, because if he's just running around with it like that, it all matters, digga. And we can act like it doesn't, it doesn't hurt. Yes, it does. It tears away at the fabric of society. If we all were to say, all right, you know what, let's all be gay tomorrow, how are we going to reproduce ourselves? How would society continue to move forward? Oh, now we'd be like seedless grapes, and we'd have to have Monsanto to fucking create for us. And guess who's gonna get the shit under the stick on that?
I mean, I'm not saying okay, everybody, do what you want.
Hold
up.
But
what I am saying is,
that is what you're saying.
But who am I to tell you what you like and what you do is wrong?
You're a human being who has common sense.
Like, who am I to tell the next person what they're doing is fucked up?
You're a goddess.
And I'm holier than thou.
You are holy. You are holy. You are a goddess.
Like, if I agree or disagree with something or feel that it's not for me, like, who am I to tell you what I say is what you should be doing?
Well, I guess you know who is to tell you this? Nature. Okay? Like, okay, let's take ourselves out of it, right? You can do what you want, but in nature, a man and a man cannot reproduce. A woman and a woman cannot reproduce. Only in nature, a man and a woman are the only ways you can reproduce. Now, that has nothing to do with my opinion or how I feel about, homosexuality or anything like that. Nature is the one that decided that.
Okay.
And nature is created by God. So obviously,
I'm not debating you on your stance, Jamar.
So what I'm saying,
I'm just not passionate to death about other people's lives.
I'm not. It's not about being passionate about other people's lives. I brought up this conversation to say, if you thought you called me on the phone to say, look at this crazy black girl who thinks she white. That's the gist of why you called me. So now I'm saying, look at this crazy nigga who think he a woman. It's just as fucking crazy.
Okay. I don't.
Okay.
I didn't say anything about.
I'm just saying, let's keep the same energy. Let's keep the same energy because I know that this is a little sore spot for you. You have people.
The sore spot for me is when it becomes disrespectful and inflammatory.
And I'm never trying to be disrespectful. Am I saying anything disrespectful about this?
No, you're not using the inflammatory language and stuff at this moment, but when I do buck up, that's what I buck up about.
Okay, but now, I'm not being extra quiet right now. You know why? Because some of your demographic, I think, constituency.
Fuck the demographic, fuck all of that. What I'm saying is, I'm gonna let Jamar be Jamar right now and preach all the Jamar gospel.
Okay.
That's why I'm being quiet.
I love you for that.
But when you that's why I'm being quiet. Whether I agree or disagree with you, I don't wholeheartedly disagree with you. I don't always wholeheartedly agree with you. But I'm letting you, God body, express yourself how you need to express.
Just agree with this little piece, and I think you already did. But just for the record,
okay.
If it's crazy to be black and think that you're a white woman, then it has to be crazy to think that you're one gender trying to be another. Yes,
it's definitely the same. It's
on par with the same thing.
It's on par with the same thing.
And if I right now told you that I was a dog or a cat or a dolphin,
me being a straight heterosexual woman, I can't begin to relate to that mindset. So, but I don't want to say you're fucked up, you're crazy, because I, as a straight heterosexual woman, just because I can't relate, I don't know if I have the right to call you crazy and fucked up.
But you had the right to call her crazy when a black girl thinks she's right.
She sounds crazy, but again,
but so
I don't know. Listen. But you just said she dealt with some type of trauma,
and so have they.
I can't relate to the trauma that she dealt with to make herself in her head think that she's a white woman. I can't relate to that situation. All I can do is empathize and say, damn, it must have been some sort of trauma. And
that's what I say when I see people who think they're other than their own selves.
I just gotta say something.
I do not hate them. I do not want to see any ill will done to them. Now, as far as the words and all of that, listen, there's a lot of fucking words we throw around. Like, we say nigga, we say faggot. These are all fucking bad words for everybody. So it is what it is. This is not even my fucking language, like English language. Fuck this language. But anyway, go ahead.
Right. Personally, I've befriended females, I guess you can classify them as studs or aggressive AG. And not one of all the female friends I've had who shared that lifestyle has not shared the same story to me that it was a traumatic event that led them down that road.
First of all, I remember.
Not one.
Remember when we used to go to Red Hook? Was that your?
Yeah, Red Hook. Shout out Red Hook. Yeah.
But you remember was that your cousin?
Oh no. There was somebody.
You remember the homegirl?
Yeah. Whoa, right. With the writing on the.
We used to go to a crib when you lived in Red Hook, and I think it was your cousin She's a...
Oh, no, definitely not.
That wasn't your cousin?
No.
Well, this girl, I don't know who was in there. This girl was a dyke.
Okay.
You don't remember? Yo, she was so hard. She used to take the 40s, take the cigarette ashes, pluck it in the 40 and drink it.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Like that was some we was like, yo, this broad hard as fuck.
She drank the ashes in the 40?
She would flip the ashes in the 40 and drink it and act like that shit made you higher or some shit. Like the ashes. Like I'm telling you, somebody's gonna be in the comments be like, oh yeah, we used to do that back in the day.
Lord have mercy.
Yo, that was like she was really trying to be hard. And I remember she was a dyke. You don't remember this girl? Maybe you used to was your roommate or something. I don't know, bro. But I remember we used to go to this crib, bro, and it was a broad. She was hard as fuck.
Wow, that's interesting. I gotta look that up.
She was hard as
But
look
yeah,
it
but-
up.
but-
That was your roommate.
I mean, I gotta reflect. But yeah. I mean, I'm just saying that has. I've had them come.
We must
and
be getting
cry.
to the end. It's getting hot.
I've had them cry to me, say they want children. He be like, are you serious? Like, so what's all this? What's the wife beater and Tim's about, man? When you really get to know them at the end of the day, they be having some other stuff, man. That's just been my experience across the board. So.
I'm saying I love all my
I
original
love
people, damaged or undamaged. You see what I'm saying? I love us all. Like we've all, especially in this country, are victims of trauma. And how we, how we deal with that trauma. Some of us are alcoholics. Some of us smoke mad weed. Some of us, think we white. Like there's all kind of shit that can be, you know what I mean? How we respond to it. Everybody's going to respond different, but we have to realize and address the fact that we have been severely traumatized, and there's many symptoms to trauma, and we can't act like some of these symptoms are normalities. We have to deal with this shit and know that a lot of the shit that they're promoting nowadays is not normal. It will never be normal, and do not accept it as normal. But we love you.
Come home.
That's all I can say. Come on.
New Flip Mode album in the works, ladies and gentlemen. Shouts out Busta Rhymes, Split Star, Rampage, Baby Sham. Lord have mercy. Welcome home, baby.
YG1.
Flip Mode is the squad. Shouts out Rock Marcy, a.k.a. Mr. Wiggles.
Yeah. Wiggle on out. Well, listen. Another great one.
Word.
Always good, great chopping it up with the queen.
Of course.
Man, if you'd like to donate to the show, go to cash.me/$, you know what I mean, patreon.com/you know what I mean, or you know what I mean.com/support. Shout out to everybody on Shindig. We didn't get to some of these questions and stuff like that.
We have to do a show one day where we just get questions from all, like the whole show is just answering viewer questions.
Yeah, matter of fact, I'm gonna talk to y'all a little bit before when we get off of here. Excuse me. Whoa. Excuse me. Anyway, once again, for you know what I mean Godcast, I'm Lord Jamar.
I'm Digga Digga.
Peace. Peace. It's the absence of all confusion. United we stand, divided we fall. 2 fingers together is the real peace sign, y'all. Brand Nubian peace gear. hoodies, t-shirts, snapbacks. Available at hoodcheat.com. Get yours today.